Hey everyone, Richard here, and I got a CGC return, so let's just get into this. Alright, so like I said, I got a CGC return right here. This is Golden Age books. 3 of them in total. Pretty excited to get them back. They're not super high grade books. Some of them are just purely getting slabbed for the sake of being slabbed and displayed, maybe protecting them a little bit because they're fragile. But yeah, I'm super excited to get into this. They're all different in terms of publishers. So let's get it out of here. Check them out. Alright, so they're out now. I don't know the grades on these. I recognize this first one just based on the back cover. But let's get it out. Alright, so first up is Archie Comics number 68. This is a lower grade book. I'm hoping at least a 2. 2.25 would be amazing. It could drop lower than that. I'll explain why when we get into it, but just take a look at it first. It's a really nice presenting copy, except for that little bottom corner. But otherwise, it is very clean for the grade. Let's see what it got. It got a 2.0. Okay, I'll take that. Off-white pages. Yeah, so that is the main defect on the front of it here. This is my favorite Veronica cover. Funny enough, no credits whatsoever. The only credits in this book are of a single page Katie Keene story by Bill Wagen. And he actually credits a fan also who designed some stuff on the panels. But that's the only credits in this whole book, so no idea who actually worked on this cover. You can probably make some educated guesses, but nothing that's concrete. So like I said, it has this issue down here. The reason I decided to slab this is because the bottom staple actually popped from the cover one of the times I was looking through it, and that's because, I'll just show you the back. It's got a nice big old piece right here in the bottom corner that basically goes all the way up to the staple, so it was a matter of time, but rather than opening it anymore and stressing the top staple, I decided now was the time to get it slabbed. This, kind of like an aside, this book always makes me laugh because, one, I'm a Ronnie fan, so anything at Betty's expense, funny. I always found it funny that the last thing you see on this bottom right corner is Betty's face relocated to the back, but also she looks super surprised in that little piece that's missing there. Like she's surprised there's a piece of the back cover missing. Just a silly thing that I always liked about this book, and it just presents really nice for the grade. So yeah, that's the first one. Not disappointed at all with that. It could have very easily dropped below the 2.0 just because of that chunk missing back here and the pop staple at the bottom. So yeah, happy with that one. That's the first book. Alright, next book. Okay, so this is my Walt Disney Comics number 69. This is a Walt Kelly cover. If you don't know who Walt Kelly is, I'll talk about him in a minute, I guess. But very iconic cover. Really like this. You don't really see a Disney cover that has a gun on it anymore. It presents a lot higher than it actually is because it has a full-length subscription crease on front and back cover that breaks color. It's kind of subtle. You don't really notice it unless you're looking for it. But because of that, I think this could range anywhere from like a 3.5 to a 5.5. Kind of just depends on how hard they want to hit it. I'm obviously hoping for the higher end of that, but let's see. 4.5, I'll take that. 4.5 white pages. Yeah, really cool. As you can see, it has a subscription case going down, basically, right through there, through the eye, all the way down to the bottom, and it extends. It's on the back cover also. Because it's mostly white cover, you don't see it that well, but it does break color. But yeah, this is not a super common book. It's been popping up more recently, but nice iconic cover. And it's done by Walt Kelly. If you don't know who Walt Kelly is, he was an animator for Disney for a while. He worked on Pinocchio and Fantasia. He did a ton of Disney comic covers, but he's probably best known for his comic strip art. Actually, one second. Yeah, he's probably best known for Pogo, which is a character he created. This is like a compilation of all of his comic strips in here from 1958. I've been reading this recently. It's kind of interesting. You definitely can sort of feel the Cold War undertones in some of it, but it's still comic strips. It's still short stories with mostly happy endings, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, that's who Walt Kelly is. Kind of an important person in comics history, Disney history, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm very happy about this. I've had this book for a while. I had a lower grade copy, and then I found this one, and I was happy to get this one graded. But yeah, I'll definitely take that. 4 or 5 white pages, presents real nice. And then there is one more book. This one I definitely already know what the grade is. It's going to be a 0.5, but I'm very excited to see that it is not in a magazine-sized case, because I was really worried it was going to get put in a magazine-sized case, just because it's rough, and it's a larger book. If it was in a magazine case, I was going to sell it, but because it's not, I'm probably keeping that. But this is Superman number 16 from 1942. This is the first Lois Lane cover in title. Like I said, I don't know why I'm covering it. It's a 0.5. Third of page 1 missing, which I think is a little bit liberal. It's basically a cut like that big out of the first page, and then it's missing the 15th wrap, which I already knew all that going into it, because it's a low grade book, especially up here in this corner right here. It's definitely chewed up. And it has tears and stuff. But I'm actually really impressed with how they slabbed this, because there are quite a few tears, and it was very easy to like misalign one of these tears. And they look like they all are in there properly, in the case properly. It displays really, really nice. But like I said, this is the first Lois Lane cover in title. And it's early Superman number 16. But first Lois Lane title, one of the affordable key issues for Lois Lane. I say affordable, but a coverless copy of this sold for like $400 recently, so I'm not quite sure what this one would be worth. But you're not going to be getting Lois Lane's first appearance anytime soon, so if you're a fan of the character, this is a nice alternative. And it's a better cover than her first cover in Action Comics. In Action Comics, she's kind of like in the background. She's very much the focal point of this cover. So very cool. I'm very happy to have this. I have less than $100 into this book when I got it, because it was in such bad shape, but it's like, it's still a piece of history. It's still a fairly major key issue. This is going right up on the wall. Very happy with this book. Despite being the lowest grade, it's probably the one I'm most excited for from this submission, because it did actually fit into the magazine, or the normal case, and not the magazine case. But yeah, that's all for this return, actually. So 3 Golden Age books, one from 1954, nice Archie book. From 1946, got the Donald Duck Walt Kelly. And from 1942, Superman 16, first Lois Lane cover in title. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I'm very happy with these. Even if this thing is beat, it is still really cool. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed, and take care everyone.